Hello student. In this segment we are going to learn the class 7th history chapter 3, the Delhi Sultans. In the previous segment what we have learned that how in the Delhi the number of the dynasty were emerged and they used to do the rule over there. They did the rule over there for over the period of time. First it started with the Rajputana till the Lodi dynasty, in which so far we discussed till the garrison towns. So we discussed that how the rulers who were come over there, they used to conquer the Delhi, and earlier where they used to conquer the Delhi's small places. Later on, they used to conquer the nearby places of the Delhi. Over a period of time, they did the number of changes in Delhi. Like Delhi is emerged as the capital city of the India. What they thought that the outsiders, the you can say the ruler or the conqueror, when they used to came in India and they used to fight with the Delhi ruler. So what they thought that if we used to capture the Delhi, so we are going to rule over all over the India. So start with the Rajputana, or we can talk about the Chamanas or the Chauhan dynasty, where they used to fought the number of the wars and they used to capture the nearby places of the Delhi. And then after that we come to know about the other such thing that how the early people are not accepting the woman as their queen and they used to accept the woman as their king. But if we think of the like of the powers, all the qualities, much of the qualities we find more in the woman rather than the man. So the examples are for this like the Razia and the Razia. If we talk about the Delhi, after the Sultan Iltutmish, that so she is the only eligible, you can say, ruler for the Delhi. That is the Razia Sultan. Then we talk about the Rudrama Devi. She is from the Warangal, from the Andhra Pradesh. She is the most eligible, you can say, the ruler for that particular place. That is the Warangal. Today itself we find the Warangal in the Andhra Pradesh. Later on we come to know about that how these people used to cut the forest nearby the Yamuna, nearby the Ganga, because they used to give the land to the peasants and the farmers to do the agriculture. So they said the tribe you have to go from this place, or they used to expel these people from this places. Then later we come to know about that how the small town that become the big town or the garrison town. So far this we have discussed in the previous segment of the video. In this segment of the video, what we are going to learn first is the masjid, how they used to make the masjid. Then the closure look of the administrative system, and the consolidation of the different rulers under the two rulers, which were the Khiljis and the Tughlaqs. Then later on, slaves rather than the sons. Earlier they were the slaves, now they become the son. How they become the ruler, that we're going to learn in that. And then later we come to know about the officials of the Sultan Muhammad Tughlaq. So this all the points we're going to learn in this second segment. So starts from the first you can see this map where how this they used to capture this particular places over the period of time from the central India to the Deccan of the India, or you can say the southern part of the India in the period of Alauddin Khilji. So they used to give the years over there 1299, 1303, the Ranthambore, Kara, Mandu, Devagiri, and the Somnath, Kakats or the Warangal, Dwama Samundra, Thanjavur, and the Madurai or the Pandya. So these are the places which is captured by the Alauddin Khilji. Starts from the 1299 to the 1311. So in this period, he used to capture these places, and Muhammad Tughlaq was ruled over the Delhi for the last 150 years. So think about it, how long he was ruled over the Delhi. Now how they used to make the masjid. So these are the description over here that Qutub Islam, a mosque, and the minaret built during the last decade of the 12th century. So this is the Qutub Minar. If you have if you went to Delhi, so you have seen this Qutub Minar, and everywhere you find this places over that. Today itself also, where you find this Qutub Minar, you will find a certain tombs, you will find the masjid over there, and you will find this place also there, and you will find the big, you call it the Char Bagan. Char Bagan we used to call it as the four square park, and also you will find this some masjid, or you can say the mosque. This was the Conque Grandisha Mosque, or the first city built by the Delhi Sultan. This was the first you can city built. This is was the first, you can say, the monument which was built by any of the Sultan of the Delhi, describing the chronological as a Delhi Kuwa, the old city, and the mosque was enlarged by the Iltutmish and the Alauddin Khilji, and this minar was built by the two sultan, that is Qutbuddin Aibak and the Iltutmish. If you have recall from the class 5th, you have already read about who made the ground pillar, and then after that, whoso made the upper floors of the Qutub Minar, by which the first is the Qutbuddin Aibak, and after that the Iltutmish. So the mosque was called the masjid in the Arabic, literally a place where the Muslim prostrates in their reverences to Allah, means where they used to do the worship for their Allah. In the congregational mosque, Masjid a Zaman or Zaman e Masjid, Muslim read their prayers, means they used to do the namaz over there together. A member of the congregation choose the most respected, a learned male as the leader. So they used to make their male as the leader. They used to call them as the imam for the ritual of the prayers. When we, if we talk about the Hindus, they used to put the male as their pandit to do all the perform all the rituals. So in the Mohammedan, you can say they put the man as the imam to perform all the rituals or for to do the all the prayers. He also delivers the sermon, that is the khutbah, during the Friday prayer, which we used to call it the Jummah, that is they used to do it on the Thursday and the Friday, especially the Thursday. During the prayer, Muslim was standing facing to the Makkah, because the Makkah they used to face in the India, it is in the west. If you in the India, so if you're living in the India, so Makkah is in which direction? That is the west. So they used to put their face in the west direction, and they used to do the namaz. This is called the kibal. They used to call it as the kibal. Now you can see this figure 3. This is the structure where they used to call it as the Begumpuri Mosque, built in the region of Muhammad Tughlaq, was the main mosque of the Japana, the sanctuary of the world in his new capital in Delhi. So the Begumpuri Mosque, built in the region of the Muhammad Tughlaq, was the main mosque of the Japana, the sanctuary of the world. The sanctuary of the world, it is the new capital in the Delhi. Now you can see the another one which was made by the Delhi Sultans. The Delhi Sultan built several mosques in the city all over the subcontinent. Now they used to make the several of the mosques in the city all over the subcontinent. These dramas they claim to be the protector of the Islam and the Muslim. They used to call it as they are the protector of Islam and the Muslim. Mosque also helps to create the sense of a community of the believers. So now they have the sense of a community and believer. So this is, you can see the figure 4, Moti Ki Masjid. Still it's today there, and it is such a beautiful masjid. If you went over there, you will see it just look like you can say a white moti, or you can say a white marble. If you see in the full moon in this masjid, it look like very good. If you are a traveler, if you are interested in this monument, if you watch this, you will find this masjid as a very beautiful mosque. So Moti Ki Masjid, built in the region of Sikandar Lodi by his mother. Till today we find this masjid in Delhi, and which is very full, very beautiful in the structure. If you are interested in the monument structure or the heritage building, so it is very much beautiful. If you want to go in Delhi, you can watch it out. It is very beautiful, which is made by the Sikandar Lodi by his minister. Another one is there who share the belief of the system and a code of conduct. It was necessary to reinforce the idea of community because Muslim came from the variety of background. That is true that Muslim have come from variety of background. Some of the people used to come from the Afghanistan, some of the people used to come from the, you can say, the Gulf countries, where they, over the period of time they used to came in India, they used to fight the war, and they conquered some part of the India. This starts from the Delhi and some other parts of the Delhi, you can say the Rajasthan, the UP, the MP, and the southern India. So this is a small mosque of Jamai Kamal built in the late 1520s. Now come towards the next topic of this chapter, the closer look of administration and the consolidation under the Khilji and the Tughlaqs. So what kind of administration they have and what kind of consolidation they have in that period. So consolidation of kingdom was vast as the Delhi Sultanate needed reliable governors and the administration. Now the kingdom of the these two sultanate, if we talk about the Tughlaq and the Khilji, it was very much was that they want the good leaders and the governors and the good administrative official to do their work in the better way. So rather than appointing the aristocrats and the landed chieftains as the governor, so they do not appoint aristocrat do who has the the powers from their birth. Since their birth they have some certain privileges that they can do this kind of work. So the landed chieftains as the governor. So the early Delhi sultans, especially the Iltutmish, favored their special slaves purchased for the military service. Now what they did, they favored the special slaves purchased for the military service called the Bandagan. They used to ask you in the 1 mark question, maybe they used to ask this question in the MCQs, that the favor who the people used to offer the particular things. So the special Iltutmish favored the special slave purchased for the military service. So they used to give the work to the slaves to the military service called the Bandagan in the Persian. So most of the languages they use the Persian because the people used to come from the Persia. They used to speak the Persian language. They used to write in the Persian. They were carefully trained to man some of the most important political officials in the kingdom. Now they used to give some training to this particular man by which they can do the administrative work, or they used to give the position of the governor. Since they were totally dependent upon their one, now they are totally dependent on their master. The Sultan could trust and rely upon them. Now Sultan can trust and rely upon them. The slaves rather than the sons. So they were not there no more. They were not the slaves. Now they were the son, because the king, or you can say the conqueror, or you can say the ruler can't completely, or you can say the blindly, they can't believe on anybody. So they used to do, or you can say the blindly believe or blindfold faith to the slaves rather than their sons, because the slaves are very much faithful, or you can say they are trustworthy rather than the other people in their kingdom. Sultan would advise, a slave whom one has brought up and promoted must be looked after for its needs the whole lifetime. Good luck so find a worthy and experienced slave. Those who are the trustworthy slaves, they used to give the position, or they used to get promoted in the administrative position, or you can say the governor position. Wise men have said that a worthy, the experienced slave is better than the son. So the slave who is very much good, who is very much trustee, who is very much, you can say, a dedicated person in his work, so that particular slave is promoted and he used to give this certain position by which he can do the different kinds of work. Now we come towards the client. What the client is: someone who is under the protection of another, a dependent or the hanger on. So someone who is under the protection of the another, or the dependent or the hanger on. So Khilji and the Tughlaq continue to use the Bandhana. So Khilji and the Tughlaq use the Bandhana. They used to give the promotion to the slaves, or you can say the Dasa or Dasi, especially the Dasa, the man, also raised the people for the humble work who were often their clients to high political position. They were appointed as the generals and the governors. Now they were appointed as the generals and the governors. However, this also introduced an element of the political instability. Now, what they introduced, the element of the political instability. Slave and the clients were loyal to their master. Now, the slaves and the client were uh, slaves, and the clients were loyal to their masters and the patrons. So slave, they are the trustworthy people to their conquerors, or you can say their rulers. New sultan had their own servant. Now the whosoever the new sultan is to come, they have their new slaves, or you can say the servants. As a result, the accession of the new monarch often saw conflict between the old and the new nobility. So in this case, what we come to know, that whosoever the new ruler used to come, so he has the rivalry, or he has to conflict with the old people, or can say the old king or the old conqueror. As a result, the accession means to kill the particular ruler who is used to rule over the period of time for a new monarch. often show the conflict. Somewhere we see that the new ruler used to come, he used to kill that particular ruler, or they used to do the monarchical use they want the monarchical government in the particular territory. So of such conflict between the old and the new nobility, the patronage of this humble people by the Delhi or Sultanate also shocked many elites and the authors of the Persian, that is the Tuareg, if you recall it, that which we have discussed in the first segment of the video, that means the plural, criticize the Delhi Sultanate appointing the law or the base bond to the high official. Now, they oppose it that you do not have to offer or you do not give the promotion to the slaves. You have to give the promotion those who have the right from the birth, that this is the particular person. They have the right to become a ruler, or you can say the governor, or they used to work in the administrative system. So they opposing that you do not allow the slaves to do not allow the slaves or to do not give them the certain promotion to become the governor of the, or you can say the administrative official. Rather than you give the chance to these people, those who have the birthright to become the governor and the administrative official. Official of the Sultan Muhammad Tughlaq. So this one we are going to discuss this. Sultan Muhammad Tughlaq appointed Aziz Kumar, a wine distiller, Firoz Hazim, a barber. So the Aziz Kumar who used to give who used to give wine to the Tughlaq, then Firoz Hazim, a barber, Mankan Tabak, a cook, and the two Garan Lada and the Pira to the high administrative post. Now think about this. These are the people, those who are the like the servant or the slave. They give the position of the administrative post. Ziaudi Barani, a mid-14th century chronicle, reported their appointment as a sign of the Sultan loss of all the political judgment and incapacity to the rule. So, like in the earlier Sultan, the Khilji Tughlaq appointed the military command as those who were the military commander. Now they were going to promote it on the position of the governor of the territories of the varying size. This land were called the Ikta. Now they used to call the particular land as the Ikta, and their holder was called the Iktidar or the Mukti. They used to call it Iktidar or the Mukti. The duty of Mukti was to lead the military campaign. So the duty of the Mukti was to lead the military campaign and maintain the law and order in their iktas. So whosoever the military commander, they used to give the position of the governor, and in the particular land they used to do the rule over there. They used to call it as the ikta, and the holder was called the Iqtidar. Now, the holder of the particular land is called as Iqtidar or the Mukti. The duty of the Mukti was to lead the military. Now, they have the duty to lead the military campaign and maintain the law and order in their Iktas. In the exchange of the military service, the Muktis collect the revenue of their assignment as the salary. So, they used to collect the salary from that particular territory or from the Iktas, and by which they used to give the salary to their soldiers. They also paid the soldiers from this revenue, which I already explained. They used to give the salary to the soldiers. Control of the Mufti was most effective in their offices, was not inheritable, and if they were assigned the task for the short period of time before being shifted. Now, control over the Muftis was most effective if there were the office was not inheritable and if they were assigned a task for a short period of the time before being shifted. This harsh condition of the service were rigorously imposed during the reign of the Alauddin Khilji and the Muhammad Tughlaq. So this was the harsh condition of the service where rigorously imposed during the reign of the Alauddin Khilji and the Muhammad Tughlaq. Accountants were appointed by the state to check the amount of revenue collected by the Muktis. So the accountants were appointed by the state to check the amount of the revenue collected by the muktis. The care was taken that the muktis collect only the tax. So the mukti were given the only the one thing, or they given the one duty that you have to collect the tax prescribed by the state, and they kept the required the number of the soldiers. So whatever the number of the soldiers you want to, if you want, then you can take it. If you do not want, then don't ask for the soldiers that this type of number of the soldiers we want. I want to require. I don't want to require. As a Jilid Sultans, brought the hinterland of the city. Now the hinterland is what, where in the particular you can say in the fort they made the four square parks, or you can say the Chat Bagan, in which the in the all the boundaries where all the cities, you can say that all the city was the people used to live in the particular the four wall, or you can say that they used to make a big massive wall nearby the city, nearby the city, in particular in that four massive wall that all the people used to live inside that particular wall. We used to call it as the hinterland of these cities under the control. They forced the landed chieftains, the Samanta, the aristocrat, and the rich landlords to accept the authority. Under the Alauddin Khilji, the state both the assessment and the collection of land revenue under its own control. Now Alauddin Khilji take the land control and the revenue from this. The right of the local chieftains to levy the tax were cancelled. Now the right of the local chieftain levy tax was cancelled, and they were also forced to pay the tax. Now they were also forced to pay the tax. The Sultan administration measured the land and kept careful accounts. Now Sultan administration, the Sultan, now he used to check everything, the accounts, whatever the land they have taken, what are the revenue have they taken from the people. Now he used to put an eye upon everything, what are the people are going to do under his administrative. So administrative measure of the land kept the careful records. The person who used to measure the land, they put the record that this particular land, the how much of the land is belong to this particular man. Some of the old chieftains and the landlords served the Sultan as the revenue collector and the assessor. Now he used to appoint a man for the revenue collector and assessor. There were the three types of tax, or the cultivation was called kharaj, and amounting of about 50 percentage of the peasant produce on the cattle and on the houses. It is important to remember that the large part of the subcontinent remained outside the control of the Delhi and the Sultan. So the number of the, you can say the part of the Delhi was under the Sultan, and outside the, you can say the outside the part of the Delhi is outside the part of the Delhi is also under the Delhi Sultan. It was difficult to control the distant provinces like Bengal from Delhi, and soon after accessing the southern India. So soon after this, Bengal from Delhi and soon annexing the southern India. So this Khilji and the Tughlaq, they started conquering it from Delhi towards the Bengal, then towards the southern part of the India. This entire region become the independent. Now it's become the independent. It's used to come under these two peoples, the Khilji and the Tughlaqs. Even the Gangetic Plain, the which we will find in the Uttaranchal, now present day Uttaranchal and the Uttar Pradesh, they were forested area that the Sultan force could not penetrate. Local chieftains established their rule in this region. Now the local chieftains, you can say the local ruler rule over that particular places. Sometimes the rulers like Alauddin Khilji and the Muhammad Tughlaq could force the control in this area, but only for the short duration. Only for the short duration they used to rule over this area. Now the chieftains and their fortification, how this local ruler make the four massive wall in which the number of the people used to live over there. So Ibn Battuta, a 14th century travel from the Morocco, Africa. They will ask you in the one more question this, that from which from which place the Ibn Battuta came from. The place is the Morocco, which we will find the Morocco in which continent, that is the Africa. Fortified themselves in the mountain. He used to fortify themselves in the mountain, in the rocky and the uneven rugged place, as well as in the bamboo groves. In India, the bamboo is not hollow. Yes, in India, the bamboos are not hollow. You will find all over covered it. So in its peak, its several parts are not intervented, that even the fire cannot affect them, and they are not the wool very strong. The bamboo is not affected by the fiber, and they were wool very strong. The Tibetan live in this forest, which serve them as the ramparts, inside which there are the cattle and their crops. There is also the water for them within. Now they have the water within that. That is the rainwater which collects there. Hence, they cannot be subjugated except by the powerful armies. Only the powerful armies can remove these people. None of the people have the courage to remove these people who entering this forest cut down the bamboos with specially prepared instrument. So far in this segment, what we have discussed about that slowly and gradually how the Khilji and the Tughlaqs uh, in their period, how from the central area towards the east and towards the southern India they used to conquer, and uh, how they used to appoint the governor and the administrative official, not their son, not their trustworthy person. They used to make the slave as their governor and the administrative official, because the slave, if you talk about the allowed this Khilji, his barber, his cook, his who used to give him the wine, or who is you can say who the slave who look after the park, he used to appoint have them as the administrative official, because the slaves were doing very much good, they used to do the work in a very good sense, that the this people, or you can say the ruler, who used to blind faith, or you can say the trustworthy people, or the blind plate upon these slaves, they can do the work in a very good manner. So they appoint these people as the governor, or you can say the administrative. So the whosoever the military commander, they used to given the land, they used to call it as the ikta. Ikta means they have to collect the revenue from that particular territory, or from that money they have to give the salary to their soldiers, by which they can lead their livelihood. And the iktidars, or you can say the muktis, what the muktis work is that they have to collect the revenue, and from which on the basis of that they have to make the accounts. And later on we come to know that this administrative office, what they do, that they used to measure the land, and they put a record that how much of the land is belong to this particular person, for which they can make the charges on that for this particular land you have to give this much of the tax. Then later on we come to know that how the official of the Sultan Muhammad Tughlaq do the work. So the officials of Muhammad Tughlaq do the work in a very effective way, by which they used to collect the revenue from the villages. They used to collect the you can say they used to collect the taxes or the revenue from the nearby the places. Then from that money they used to give the salary to their soldiers. And later on we come to know that how they used to keep the measure, not of the land, number of the things, that the particular asset which belong to the particular person, they used to put each and everything in the accountant form, that the particular land, particular asset, and that this much of the agriculture they belong to this particular person. So all this thing we have to come to know in this chapter, that how in Delhi over a period of time, which of the rulers they used to come over here, what kind of work they do, what kind of administrative system they set up, whosoever the governor over come over there, and who like at the particular place who appointed the particular governor, they were the slaves, or they were the trustworthy person. So we come to know that the most of the, if we talk about the Khilji and the Tughlaq, they doesn't appointed any of the people who have the birthright that you want to become the governor or administrator. They used to, this both the people, what they use a slave to appoint as the administrative official and the governor, rather than the trustworthy person, because they thought that if they appoint the trustworthy person, so they become proudy, they can't do the good work, because the slave used to do the good work. So they appoint the administrative official and the governor, because if you talk about the cook, the barber, the look after the, you can say the gardener, and the particular one servant who used to serve the wine. So these are the people who give them the official work, or you can say the administrative work and the governor work, to do the work very accurately, very nicely, in which they can make the account, they can collect the revenue, and they can look after their soldiers, they can look after their village peoples. So in this case, we can say that their thinking is different from, apart from the other people, because the other conquerors using the, you can say the old regime, the old village, but these two people using, they have the different thinking, and they are using the different, you can say the innovative ideas, of the effective way by which they will have to make their administrative system and the, you can say the governance system in a very good way. So far what we have seen in this segment is, the first thing is the masjid, how the masjid they made. Like if we talk about the masjid, like earlier, if we talk about the Qutub Minar, in the Qutub Minar, the first which is made by the Alauddin, not Alauddin, the masjid, you can say they used to make the Qutub Minar after they used to make the four square parks, the number of the tombs, the number of the graveyards, and the masjid, and the people who used to work, people who used to worship over there. and they have the imam just like the Hindus having the pandit, and they used to offer the prayer in the west direction where the Makkah is over there. If you live in the India, so Makkah in the west direction, the people used to offer the prayers in the west direction, and they have the special this Friday they used to offer the prayers. Then we talk about the closure look of the administrative and the consolidation under the Khilji and the Tughlaqs, slave rather than the sons. And then we talk about the official of the Sultan Muhammad Tughlaq. So these things we have discussed in this segment. I hope you like this video. Thank you.